If you're wondering why you finished uni, you're young, you're pretty, you've got fresh knowledge, yet you can't get employed, listen, this video is for you, okay? I've got some ideas. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Tilly. Join the club. Let's get to learning and, discovering a lot of new things together. I just want to put a disclaimer out there regarding the lockdown period. I know a lot of people are, isolated. They're self-isolating. They're lonely. You're going through a lot of things, and you're starting to feel, the real emotions surrounding this whole period: anxiety, fear, loneliness, whatever. I just want to encourage you and remind you that God is still good, God is still faithful, God still loves you and cares for you, and it's your responsibility to tune in and to engage with him in a way that fulfills you, so you won't go out looking and doing things that you're really not supposed to be engaging in. Okay, if you don't know have a relationship with God, or you don't know anything about what I'm talking about, what I'd recommend is try and watch some sermons online, try and watch some productive videos on YouTube. Okay, so this video is for graduates. Okay, I'm talking directly to graduates because this video reflects my experience as a graduate, and some of the experiences, I should say, as a graduate. And I know a lot of people who are going through a similar situation. So yeah, without saying too much, I'm just going to go straight into it, okay? Okay, first thing, I finished uni years and years ago. I want to say maybe about 7 years, which is probably like a few years to some people who have been graduated like maybe 20 years ago or whatever. But I finished uni at the time where, the whole recession had just gone past, and the economy was, reviving itself. And I want to say I was really surprised. I was really surprised when I found out that the economy wasn't as great as we made it seem like. I started looking for a ton of jobs after university, and I believe I applied for over 200 jobs at one time in a day, and I could not get jobs. I applied literally anywhere, and eventually I did find a job. It wasn't exactly what I was looking to do, but I did find a job which was good in some sense, and it kept me occupied as a young person. Like, one thing that my parents always told me: listen, do not stay idle. The devil gives you a job to do if you stay idle. Okay. And that's one of the lessons I'm going to pass on today. For those of you who are watching, who are graduates, and this lockdown thing is not even helping at all. I'm not going to be like, or those of you who are preparing to graduate, listen, you're going to be thrown in the deep end. You're going to be surprised to find that employers are going to be making promises, agencies are going to be making promises, and they really can't come through. Jobs are being I want to say, like, there's going to be very few jobs compared to the number of people, applicants, okay? And you don't realize the effect of this on your life, or you don't understand how much this will impact you emotionally and financially until you're a few months into graduation. And for me, I certainly learned the hard way. I was of the impression that as soon as I finished university, I'll get a job, and certainly that was my parents' expectation as well. And so for me to have stayed at home for a little while, not working, not getting a job anywhere, that started to, annoy a few people, and including myself, to be honest with you. Like, I was just so surprised as to how things were the way they were. And I mean, I don't want to talk about, discrimination and all the other factors that come into play, and the fact that I live in a small town as well. And that did not quite help. I mean, I don't know if it would be any different living in a city like London and, having to compete with other people for the same positions. But I genuinely thought I was just going to go straight into employment and, start raking in, a lot of cash and, yeah, being a baller that I wanted to be, okay? Yeah, that was very disappointing, to say the least. And I have dealt with a lot of disappointment and a whole host of emotions associated with, some of the things that I encountered in that period, the rejections, attending interviews, dressing up, getting ready for interviews, and nothing comes out of that. Sometimes you don't even get a response. You apply online, nothing. And it's like, it's so, I don't even know the right word right now. I can't think of the right word, but it's not encouraging at all. That's all I'm going to say, okay? It's very disheartening. And I very quickly realized that I can't just stay at home bored, okay? So what I did, I'm going to tell you, is I started doing makeup on my friends and my sisters. And at that time, I literally just started gathering enough makeup, all the makeup that I had accumulated from uni. I just put them all together and I started buying new ones, and I started, doing makeup for other people. And with time, it developed into a business. I was of the impression prior to that I was going to come out of uni straight and then get somebody who will look out for me, or, give me a job, and then that will be my, ladder to success, okay? And that did not happen. But one thing that I learned after a few weeks into doing the makeup, I want to say months, to be honest with you, is that no one was coming to save me. And if you're hearing me right now watching this video, like, I want to remind you, nobody's coming to save you, okay? You have to find something you're passionate about this period, okay? And genuinely work at it. It might not be the thing that you're proud of. It might not be the thing that your family members are proud of. It might not be the thing that you genuinely want to be associated with, to be honest with you. And I'm saying this because I remember there was a time that I attached a bit of shame to my makeup artist journey, because I come from a place where I studied law and everyone was like, oh, you're meant to be smart, you're meant to be doing all of these things. And it's like, you're doing makeup because people look down on makeup job. But I know that a lot of people are MUAs and they earn way more than lawyers, okay? They earn way more than doctors. And for people who are watching this video and are thinking, rah, what MUA earns more than a doctor or a lawyer? Check online, okay? Even event planners, and I don't say that offensively, there are a lot of job marketing roles that earn more than lawyers. I think most of the time we attach a lot of money to certain professions because they're traditional and because they're stable and because they're always going to be some sort of part of the fabric of the society, so they're always going to be needed. Like a doctor will always be needed, by a makeup artist, people feel like it's not really a service we need. But you'll be surprised how much people are paying MUAs to and I have certainly not got to the point where I'm earning or raking in, loads of money. But I think I looked down on it because a lot of people were telling me, I should be doing something smarter with my degree and all that kind of stuff. It kind of got to my head a little bit, I'm not going to lie. And even for me, I think I personally got to a point where I was just like, God, is this all I'm capable of doing? But yeah, saying that, I just want to move on straight to something else that I want to talk about. When I was talking about finding your passions with working on your passions in the period that after you finish graduation, for me, one of the things that I started working on a bit more, even though prior to that I'd been working on that, was continuing to sing. I've been a singer for ages, and I decided that I was going to stick to it. I joined a church choir, and I used that gift for years. I have since done a lot of YouTube videos, some of which I ended up deleting because I was so embarrassed. Yeah, which is why you see on these this many YouTube videos on my channel. But I've always had a speaking gift. I've always had a tendency to be the person that likes to host events and organize events and all of that stuff, try to coordinate stuff. And I think that's a gift. I don't know where it's going yet, but it's in this period after graduation, I literally don't know what God is doing in my life, to be honest with you. And sometimes I feel like people see me and they feel like, oh, you're failed. I was expecting so much more from you, or your life to amount to so much, but it's not quite panning out, per their expectations. But I believe that God is doing something and he's raising me into a new thing. And for those of you who have graduated and you don't know what God is doing in your life, you're just confused as to God. It's like, wow, God. Do you know what I mean? God is training you up, okay? God is assuring you in this journey, but you're probably not listening, okay? God is training you. He's developing your skills. He's nurturing you. He's cultivating certain behaviors and certain characters in you and certain qualities in you, I want to say, okay? And you may not understand what God is doing right now. You may not understand why you're not earning as much money as you should be learning. You may not understand why you're not progressing as compared to your friends. You may not understand why you're not thriving, okay? And it looks like you're scraping or you're eating the breadcrumbs, okay? But I mean, I don't want to make this one of the faith-based series videos that I do on this channel, but there is a plan for you, okay? And you have to trust in the God that has a plan for you and know that whatever is happening in this right now, if you're faithful with it, there is going to be a reward. And for me, I found the makeup journey that I've been doing is so rewarding, and it has been another stream of income for me. Yes, there are times that I haven't completely relied on it because I know that I have to, pay my bills, and it's not a very consistent thing. So there are times that I've had to, apply for certain jobs and work in different sectors, but it's always been a constant extra stream of income for me. And who knows what intentions God has, concerning that kind of skill that I've got. It's not something that I can just lay dormant. It's one of my talents and I have to put it to use. So if you've got any talents in this period, anything that you're passionate about, anything that you're keen to, develop or express or hone, this is your time, okay? Do not rely on any employer. I mean, look at this lockdown period. Where's your employer? They're not even sure whether they can pay you or not. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's so confused. And this is a time where you have to put your skills to use and literally rely on no man. Like, I kind of want to, drop a scripture in the Bible says, and the arm of flesh will fail you. If you rely on other people to help you, to save you post-graduation, to offer you jobs, to give you jobs, to, connect you to somebody, to, link you to somebody who's important or has got jobs to give you. Listen, I'm not saying that could not happen. That could happen, but do not rely on people to come and save you. Pursue your own passions, be faithful with it, and whatever opportunities that come out of that, those passions or whatever platform that you've made for yourself, listen, you use those opportunities to your advantage. And when you get to the top, you help other people come up as well, okay? I don't want to make this video too long. I feel like I'm rambling on at this point, but yeah, I hope this video is useful to somebody and it will serve as a reminder and an encouragement to somebody that you have to really pursue your passions and go after what your heart really desires and work on the things that you think you're good at, okay? So yeah, without saying too much, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for stopping by, for sharing my videos, for commenting, for liking, all of that stuff. I do appreciate those things. So as always, I'll see you in my next one, okay? Bye guys.